Greetings everyone, Naga Samurai. Just doing something different. First and foremost, may my words come across as I intend for them to. So, first of all, welcome everyone, to anyone who's new. My channel is all about sincerity and being yourself and loving yourself, taking your skills, whatever it is that you have to give to the village, whatever that may be, honing in on these skills and sharing them with everyone else. So, everyone who knows me by now knows that I'm raw. There'll be times where I can use profanity, and I'll even drop the N-bomb. Hey, I'm a Negro. But here's the thing. I want everyone to be comfortable. I have a really good sense of humor about things. I also have understanding and compassion for what people don't know or understand. So my whole thing is, everybody, let's be ourselves. Let's love who we are. Let's get to know ourselves better. Let's treat ourselves better. I'm just reminding you to love yourself. But every once in a while, I just get the notion to just do videos when I'm have some things that's on my mind spiritually. So I'll start this and I just call it talking shit and shooting bows. So pretty much, I guess what I'm going to do is just present like the different bows that I have just right now, and just shoot and speak with you all. And again, the first thing that I hope that everyone's doing right now is loving yourselves and respecting yourselves. It begins with you. We have no idea what's about to befall us. We have no idea who we're going to have to live with, who's going to have to live with us. We have no idea what we might lose. We have no idea what we may gain. So my thing is, we should be at a place in our lives to where we truly are happy with what we have. We have to understand that things are going to come and things are going to go. So, and this is why character is important. This is why I'm relying on the person. All the money in the world, all that other stuff, I've never seen $1 pick up a bow and arrow or pick up a gun and help you defend yourself in a shit hit the fan situation, or just any situation. $1 is not going to do that. Gold, jewelry, the clothes are not going to do that. This is why we need the connection of people back. And for whatever it is, we live in a time now to where truth seems to be a thing that's frowned upon, and everything is so, hated. By the way, this is a 56-inch recurve that I call Ichigo. About a 45-pound pull at 28 inches. So, but getting back to the thing about the truth doesn't seem to exist. And it's funny that many of us find ourselves in a situation to where we know we're speaking the truth, but we have the world against us. Light arrow, heavy arrow. And that's why many of us probably find ourselves alone, because we desire to speak truth, we desire to live it, and the wicked won't allow it. So I'm just here to share with you all that it is up to you to find your own personal truth. It is up to you to walk your own life. Your path is your path. No one can tell you how to walk your path. No one can tell you what God to serve. No one can tell you what God is but yourself. It is up to you to seek that personal connection with whatever you feel the higher power is, and express that and live that. We have to be here. We have to labor for one another. And most of us have to realize that for many of the people in our lives who truly misunderstand us, we have to realize that sometimes we are the only connection to God that they have. You have to realize that. We have to be the ones to stand up and tell them that what they're doing is wrong. We have to help them. Regardless of what they want to hear tonight, is still a part of our duty to say something. Again, we are the only connection to God that some of these people have. 60-inch long bow, wolf, 47-pound pull. So I don't know who these words are reaching or really where I'm going with the conversation, but it's just I hope that everybody's also paying attention. Just other things, like the Mandela effect. Has anybody paid attention to just the major changes that have happened to animals, to our bodies, to movies and things of that nature? There's so much going on. And if we're going to watch if we're going to keep the truth, then we have to watch it all. Really, me? That was my fault. But it's up to us as the responsible ones to do better. And that's one thing about true responsibility on this planet, that if you know better, you must do better regardless of what other people do. So whatever you want to call it, the age of enlightenment, the Cosmon era, the age of Aquarius, the spirit of the Creator is being poured down upon all of us. We now each have the responsibility and the right to see God as what it is for us. We don't have to follow other men, but we do have to love one another. We do have to labor. And again, we have a responsibility, those of us who know better, to very simply live what we say, and we simply must do better. And I've learned something very profound, actually. Over 97% of the problems that we have in our own lives will be solved if we simply quit doing dumb shit. 60-inch gold wing at 3/4 of an inch. About a 41 pound chicken. Okay, that scared the crap out of me a little bit. Everyone, is also very important that we do know who we are, and that again that we follow our own path. No one is going to walk on the same path. They may be walking in the same direction, but not the same path. Peace is something that I hope that everyone is able to have in their life and attain. Peace. Having a peace of mind is very important. Personally, I have a routine of things that I literally do every single day. Out of all of the other things that's going around, I make sure that I take out time for myself every single day to do these things, to go in and have a litany of options to go and do in order to ensure peace. You have to practice having peace, just like you have to practice self-control. You have to practice loving yourself. You have to get into a routine and an understanding and a muscle memory, as well as spiritual, emotional, of having peace within your life. Peace is very important, y'all. Peace and the truth. As I've said before, race and just all that other stuff, for me it matters not. I just desire to be around a village who is truly doing their work. Each individual has loved themselves and nurtured themselves enough to where they want to give it. And our sentiment is very simply that we desire to fellowship together and thrive where each person is doing their role. And I gotta say, by the way, this is a 60-inch, 1-inch thick longbow after the Orisha Shango of the 7 African powers, or the Yoruba or Ifa African pantheon. This was the warrior king, god of thunder. It's a lot to talk about the Orisha, but we might get to it one day. But just like all of the Greek gods and Norse gods had, their pantheon with everyone, their own archetype, You know, different things in nature. It's the same thing with in certain parts of Africa. But I digress. I respect everyone for who they are. We have to start remembering that just because a person doesn't agree with us, it doesn't mean that they hate us. Oh, by the way, this thing has like a 50-pound draw weight on it. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that thing zips. Getting back to just having peace in life, you have to practice peace. You really have to practice these things. And like I say, the only thing that I hope is that whatever everyone is desiring to do with their life right now, I hope that you are able to live what you speak. I hope that the things that you desire to do for yourself and labor for others are coming into fruition the way that you desire them. So I'm just speaking good things over all of us, speaking good things upon myself, speaking good things upon all of you. And I must say, from my personal experience, I have had a very, very beautiful time on YouTube lately with, you know, sincere subscribers, and had some wonderful conversations with some people. I will get around to doing like a personal shout out video to everyone, but I've had some wonderful conversations with some wonderful people who have a beautiful mind, a beautiful spirit, where we're learning from each other and supporting one another. All of you sky watchers out there, and the farmers and the other martial artists, you know, I love you all. Thank you so much for beautiful dialogue and for teaching me and for listening, you know, and I'm just speaking great things over all of us, speaking great things. You know, that we all should have peace, that we all should be abundant, that we all should have prosperity, that we should have an abundance of not tangible things, but the intangible, abundance of love, abundance of support, you know, abundance of self-love and self-mastery, you know, and abundance of other people who truly love us for who we are. People who are going to stand with us. Heavy arrow. So again, I live a very positive life, and I'm real about certain things, you know, and like I say, eventually, whoever's interested, you know, we really do need to have a conversation about race on a very menial level with some of us common folk to see, you know, where stereotypes are, where certain perceptions come from. I got a lot of questions for y'all. I love y'all, but I got a lot of questions for y'all. And I will be the type of brother that you could literally ask me anything. I'm not hung up on like ignorance, and I'm not saying this for you because there are a lot of things that I'm ignorant about. Like I want to know, like white people. What is this face right here, y'all go? Like I don't know what that means. One day I got to explain it to me. But in this, to me, I think it would be a beautiful thing for people who are just open-minded, who want to learn, who want to share, who want to get some shit off their chest. I'm a very compassionate person, very understanding, big on communication, and I know I foresee beautiful things for all of us. And again, we never ever know. I can get back to some of these shoes, show off some of these bowls, but we never know where we're going to end up, who we have to live with, what type of adjustments we're going to make. And like I said, right about now, my biggest training thing is just learning how to be as primitive as possible. I want to get to the point to where the only thing that has truly happened is that we've lost conveniences, it can be all right. This is a 54-inch recurve.